How are bonuses taxed for Canadian workers? Bonuses feel like a reward, but for Canadian workers, they are still very much taxable employment income. For a US company paying Canadian staff, the key point is simple. If the bonus is tied to their job, it will almost always be treated like wages for tax, Canada Pension Plan or Quebec Pension Plan, and employment insurance. You cannot treat it as a separate, lightly taxed perk just because it is paid once a year or tied to performance. Bonuses as taxable employment income. In Canada, cash bonuses are lumped in with salary as employment income. That includes annual performance bonuses, signing bonuses, retention bonuses, referral bonuses, and most spot awards. From the tax authority's point of view, the employee is being paid because of their employment, so the amount is taxed under the same rules as regular pay. The fact that the bonus is not guaranteed every year does not make it a different category. Non-cash bonuses like gift cards or valuable merchandise are usually taxable as well. Their fair market value is treated as income and should be reported and taxed. For a foreign employer, it is safer to assume that anything valuable tied to employment is taxable unless you have clear advice saying otherwise. How tax withholding works on bonuses. When you pay a bonus, you have to withhold income tax at source. The way the withholding is calculated can differ from regular pay because bonuses are often treated as lump sum payments. Payroll systems can apply special bonus tax formulas or blend the bonus into the employee's regular pay for the period to estimate annual income and calculate withholding. The result is that bonuses often feel heavily taxed upfront, even though the employee's final tax bill at year end depends on their total income and deductions. As a US employer, the main rule is that you cannot simply pay the bonus gross and tell the employee to deal with the tax later. Proper Canadian payroll withholding must happen at the time of payment. CPP, QPP, and EI on bonuses. Bonuses also attract CPP or QPP and Employment Insurance premiums, as long as the employee has not reached the annual maximum for those contributions. The bonus increases pensionable and insurable earnings for the year. That means both the employee and the employer portions of CPP or QPP and EI may increase when bonuses are paid. If contributions have already hit the annual ceiling, the bonus may not trigger additional premiums, but that is a calculation the payroll system needs to handle. Ignoring CPP, QPP, or EI on bonuses is a classic mistake for foreign employers that treat bonuses as a separate category in their home country. Timing when the bonus is taxed. Bonuses are generally taxed in the year they are paid, not the year they relate to. If you pay a performance bonus in February for work done the previous year, it will show up on the T4 for the year of payment. That is important for employees who might assume that a 2024 bonus will affect their 2024 taxes, even if it is actually paid in early 2025. From your side, you need to plan withholding and remittances based on the actual pay date. For cross-border employers, this timing can also matter for internal reporting and for any coordination with US stock or bonus programs. Signing and retention bonuses. Signing and retention bonuses follow the same basic pattern. They are taxable employment income with withholding and social contributions. One twist is what happens if the employee leaves earlier than expected and has to repay part or all of the bonus under their agreement. In those cases, the repayment can create tax adjustments in a future year. Structuring these bonuses clearly in the employment contract makes it easier to explain and handle any repayments that occur. Bonuses paid in foreign currency. If you pay a bonus in US dollars to a Canadian employee, payroll still has to convert that amount into Canadian dollars for tax and reporting purposes. The CAD value on the pay date is what matters for income, CPP or QPP and EI calculations, and that is what shows on the T4 slip. Employees may see exchange rate differences between what hits their bank account and what is reported in CAD, but legally the CAD amount controls. Reporting bonuses on T4 slips. At year end, bonuses are included in employment income on the T4 slip along with salary and wages. If you pay different types of bonuses, some amounts may appear in specific boxes depending on how they are classified, but the total still forms part of the employee's taxable employment income. If you forget to include a bonus in T4 reporting, you are effectively understating income and deductions, which can lead to reassessments and penalties. Communicating bonus tax to employees. Employees often underestimate how much tax will come off a bonus and are surprised when the net amount is smaller than expected. As an employer, you can reduce confusion by explaining that bonuses are taxed like income, that withholding may feel heavy because of the lump sum calculation, and that any extra tax withheld will be reconciled when they file their personal return. That kind of simple explanation goes a long way in avoiding frustration, especially when you are a foreign employer in a new market. Final thoughts. For Canadian workers, bonuses are taxed as employment income with full income tax withholding and CPP or QPP and EI contributions where applicable. The fact that a payment is labeled bonus does not put it in a special low tax category. For US companies paying bonuses to Canadian staff, the key is to treat bonuses as part of regular payroll, make proper deductions, convert foreign currency correctly, and report everything on year-end slips. Once your system is set up to do that reliably, bonuses become a normal part of compensation rather than a persistent compliance headache. If you want a simple internal guide your team can use whenever they design or pay a Canadian bonus program, you can explore more resources at www.theaccountingandtax.com. If you require assistance with Canadian tax matters, our team is ready to provide reliable professional support. Please contact us at 416-283-8774 or visit theaccountingandtax.com for more information. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.